Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at a group of frauditors getting trespassed from a South Carolina National Guard Armory. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all my current channel members and subscribers and the new channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page, leave a like and a comment, and if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, let's enjoy today.
Or anything? You don't have any identification on you or anything like that? I'm not able to see.
Well, how would we need that?
Are you a police officer?
How would we need that?
No, sir, it's just, we would appreciate if you could show us some good.
Well, we have no ill will. We just have, we're taking pictures of everything, all the government buildings around and everything.
Okay.
You guys protect the Constitution, right? So,
Yeah, I don't understand the
Is he
ID.
all right?
thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's okay.
why would he need my ID?
Well, basically, with everything, in light of everything's happened nowadays.
This day and age.
Yeah.
In this day and
Especially
age.
Yeah, don't forget this
I
day and
I'm
age.
sure you guys seen the television lately, and people, even though they say they have ill, they come out.
I don't think we would be filming if we had ill
I
intentions,
understand that,
you know
but we
what I
just
mean?
As we can identify two of these frauditors that I know of, one being El Selmo and the other being NC Tyrant Hunter, I can tell you this. There have been a lot of people who filmed things maliciously or who had nefarious intent. For example, there have been several serial killers and people who have assaulted their victims while recording or taking photos. There was a recent incident in 2018, I believe, where a group of people kidnapped a special needs person and attacked them just because of his race. They filmed it and put it online. It's not the fact that you're filming, it's the fact that they don't know who you are. How do they know you're not there to do some kind of harm or scope out the base to do some kind of attack?
just
Yeah.
But my ID ain't gonna tell you what my intentions are. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I mean, well, you know my name. How's that gonna help you to figure out my intentions, right? I mean, think about that.
How's the plastic?
Yeah.
Is the plastic going to transport you into my thoughts? No, we have no bad intentions, dude. We just
You're lying!
filming. Is that a publicly accessible area right there? Or no.
Yeah, it is a public accessible area, especially if you see from that kind of Google.
All right.
You gotta ask that check. You did one. Well, I knew he actually went in and can let me go in here. I was actually on a phone call with, so I just wanted to come and check it. I didn't know if you guys were UPS, and I've come to pick up a package. If you give me a few seconds here, I'll be right back.
No problem. Are we allowed to walk in here?
Not out of the moment, but I'll be right back.
But did you say it's publicly accessible?
It is publicly accessible, but I need that station line because right now I'm the only one here on this end of the hall. So I got a phone call. I'll be more than happy to come back and actually talk to you guys.
Oh,
Just let me get this phone call.
All right.
I was actually engaged. Like I said, I thought you were UPS.
Who's the
Trouble
unit
supply.
commander, Sergeant?
The unit commander?
Yes.
Is Captain Stevens, of course.
And who's the PLC?
Point, as far as the facility here?
Yes, sir. Who
That's,
will be in charge of the building security, unit security?
That's my residence here, Sergeant Flex Elliott. He's actually, I'm not here at the moment. Dude, just let me get his phone.
All right, no problem.
Like I said, we'll be just out here taking photographs.
If you can let us in, we'd like to take some pictures, so we'll wait right here for you. What's up, guys? How's it going?
I know for sure, guys, for myself, being that I was a National Guard team, that this is a state-owned building. This is a state property, so we have every right to be here.
Oh yeah. I'll be
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
Now, we're going to have to call shenanigans here. I'm not going to call into question that gentleman's service because I don't know who he is and I cannot track it down to find out 100%. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. However, what I'm calling into shenanigans is this. The fact that you say it's just because it's state-owned means you have access to it. That's not true. There are state-owned prisons, and you do not have access to those. There are state-owned crime labs. You don't have access to them. Just because something is owned by the state or owned by the federal government does not guarantee you access to them. There's nothing in the Constitution that says you have an automatic right to these buildings or access to these buildings. You guys make this stuff up and mislead people just so you guys can come off as big, important people.
Hey, Joe, I'm sorry. If you can't provide any identification or tell me your purpose for being there, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the property.
Would that be like a request or a demand?
Yes. That's a request. I ask that you leave the property. Okay?
But I mean, what's the reasoning?
Because there's just necessity.
Are you a police officer?
You know what? Well, do you know what we're doing?
Huh?
You know what we're
You're
doing?
videotaping us.
It's a constitutionally protected
That's what we
activity.
do. That's our job.
We're just filming, dude. We have no bad intentions. We just want to take pictures of the facility.
And our ID wouldn't have gave you no different than that. So, wow. Now they probably gonna call put D.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
He wants ID.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
He missed their
He
ID.
wanted to feel like he was in control, but that's all that was, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a power trip.
Well, he said we're gonna ask you to leave. There's a difference between asking somebody to leave and demanding somebody to leave.
Well, Selmo, they are telling you to leave if they're asking you to leave. I mean, as it stands, you don't have no official business there. You're not part of the National Guard because you're a convicted felon. And, well, I don't think your rotund friend there would pass the physical. And as for the other two, I don't know them, so I can't question them. But let's see what happens next with these idiots.
What?
This is a secure facility. Why are you videoing?
Because it's they told us it was public access.
You can't take pictures of it. It's a secure facility.
Everybody else is back here.
Why are you videoing though?
They said it was public access.
That doesn't mean you can video. I mean, why are you videoing?
Come talk to these guys
But
back
why,
here.
why can't you tell me why you're videoing it?
Oh, just because we want to see how the money's being spent for this building. We're doing a news story on the National Guard Armory.
No, you're lying. You're lying. What makes you lie?
Here, come talk to these. So you can talk to us all at the same time. You got here pretty fast.
Who are y'all with?
Hi. How are you?
Good. Who are y'all with? Who are y'all videoing for?
We don't answer questions. We're just taking video of the facility.
Right. This is a secure facility, so
The inside. The sign is right here where it says restricted area. That means past that secure point. This is a South Carolina National Guard Armory.
Yeah.
That means that this is owned by the state. That means that this is public. I'm a National Guardsman myself, so I know very well that this is public property. I have every reason to be here. I haven't broken the law. I haven't violated any provisions or South Carolina code or federal codes.
Okay.
You have no jurisdiction to ask for my ID, ask why I'm doing here, or tell me to leave. We're just here taking photographs and videos of this fine building and the people that happen to come out and talk to us. That's the only thing we're doing.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
Even more shenanigans. Listen, just because you're a National Guardsman does not mean you have access to this facility. You would still need to sign in. And as for your other three compatriots, they don't have access. They are not National Guardsmen. They are not enlisted men. They are not officers. I know one of them is a convicted felon. So, you want to rethink this. Also, you're not gathering content for a story. You're looking for a confrontation. Please be honest about what you're trying to tell people. Because, as we all know, if a fraud doesn't get a good confrontation with somebody in the public or police, it doesn't make a good video. And now, the piece de resistance. If she's being asked by the base to have you removed, then you need to leave. They give her the authority to have you taken off the base or possibly arrested for criminal trespassing.
What is your name, ma'am?
right here.
Is that what
Can
you
I
would
get
tell the
really
judge?
close?
What?
That your name is right here?
So we gonna call you
What is
right
your
here?
badge number? What if we can't read?
Know how to read. You
Do you know the what is it? The disabled persons act?
Yeah.
Well, listen.
What is your badge number?
Those fine men that walked out of that building behind me called me here
Okay.
Why?
because you're videoing a secure facility.
Is that against the law to video?
The video?
We've already established, and you agree, that the secureness of the building is inside of the building.
Yeah, but you do realize.
I mean, you can ask us questions, but I mean, you don't have to answer.
Let me give you an example. I haven't asked anybody for ID, so all of that is on video.
Well, they did.
Well, I didn't.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Let me give you an example. You go to the Savannah Riverside. You go within 5 miles of that place, you have a helicopter overhead.
Okay.
Okay?
They have that right.
They have that right. So they called me here.
For a constitutionally protected activity, which is ironic because they're military personnel that's supposed to protect the Constitution. So why are they trying to stop us from exercising our rights?
Oh, I mean, what? What?
Are we still in America? Do we still have freedom of the press?
What organization are y'all with? You don't mind me
We're
asking.
independent journalists. We don't have to work for an organization to
Okay, so
exercise
you're
our...
Translation? They don't have jobs and they're not real press. Yes, I understand that the First Amendment gives everybody the right to film and be legitimate press. However, if you're going to call yourself press and you're going to say you're a journalist, act like a journalist. Follow the ethics of journalism. I keep stretching this because this is the key difference between a frauditor, an auditor, and a journalist. An auditor doesn't make themselves the story. They actually investigate and do audits for the government. A journalist actually tells the truth. He separates his bias from himself and brings facts and informative information to the masses. A frauditor lies about what they're doing and tells people one thing while secretly doing another.
What's it called?
Photojournalist.
What's the
He just
independent?
told you.
We're just independent. We have freedom of the press. Anyone can work in a story.
Okay, y'all are being argumentative. I was called here. I was not.
When you say y'all,
You're the one with the gun here. We have cameras. You know,
that y'all
I
are.
have a camera too. I actually have two. There's one on my car too.
good. That's it's.
Okay.
We're just working on a story.
I mean, I was just
Are we
explaining
still-
to you so you can leave.
So
There's no need of you standing out in the heat.
Please inform these gentlemen over here that it is a publicly accessible area. We have the right to enter the public lobby. So we just want to take pictures of their lobby and the trophies
This
and
is
everything on the
Deputy
wall.
Norris
We're
of
working on a
the
story. That's it.
Georgetown
And we can only be
Close to
trespassed if we're breaking the law.
What if I'm interested in becoming a National Guard? You know?
Anselmo, Enrique, what do you want me to call you here? Listen, buddy, you forgot about something. You're a convicted felon. If you're not familiar, and why I keep bringing this up is Anselmo was convicted of attempted sexual assault and kidnapping with a weapon. So, yeah, felonies are an automatic disqualifier from the U.S. military. And, well, it was a nice try, but we'll never let you forget the fact that you're a felon and a liar.
That's the first treatment we get as soon as we get here.
I'm not National Guard.
I know, you're a police officer, so
I'm not
enforce.
National Guard. I was doing my job. They asked me to come here because they didn't know why y'all were here.
Well, they did.
We told them. We told them. They're just wasting taxpayers' money by calling you over here. You should be looking for a guy with a gun, not a guy with a camera.
And after we explained to you what we were doing, you should have just looked.
It's my job to figure out what's going on here.
What is it to figure out?
Because they called.
So by you asking me what am I doing, how can you figure out what I'm doing? Because only
That
thing.
question's irrelevant.
My point exactly.
We're not doing anything wrong, man. We just want to take pictures.
Okay. Okay, they called me here to figure out what was going on.
They should.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they would call you to figure out what's
We
going
told
on.
them. We told them the same
Okay,
thing we
well,
told
I'm
you.
doing my job
Mhm.
because they called.
Okay.
I spoke with y'all, and I'm going to speak with them.
Okay.
That's what I do with every call.
Can I get your name
Okay?
for a record? Okay,
You
thanks.
can't do that while you're at work. You know that? We can request that.
I'm gonna FOIA your phone.
We can request that. We can request that.
Lieutenant Newman.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
This is called a
Oh, Norman.
If you're so scared, you shouldn't be in the military, dude. All right? We don't need scary cats defending our country.
That's some tough talk from a convicted felon who can't even serve. I mean, how are you going to tell him what to do? He actually chose to fight for his country, while you chose to be a felon. He's actually doing something with his life, while you're pissing yours away.
Then we got one dude hiding in the corner.
Yeah, I see him with the PTs on. Oh, don't try to hide now.
I mean, this is not.
Okay,
we're not
listen
trying
to
to
this.
do
It's not from my
anything.
supervisor. You have been asked to leave.
By who?
You have been asked to leave
By
by me.
who? They're the maintainer of the property. They haven't asked us to leave.
They asked you to leave.
Okay, there's a difference between asking to leave and demanding to leave. Are they demanding that we leave?
Well, then we'll get them to demand you guys to leave, right?
So now you're forcing their hand.
Soliciting a trespass.
Do it.
So you're soliciting a trespass?
Soliciting a trespass.
Alright. Y'all have been asked to leave.
Until he tells me to leave because
He's
he's
already said that
he
he's
didn't
asked
tell
you
me.
to leave.
I can roll the footage back. I've
Roll
got
the footage
17 minutes. I don't have to because I was standing right here and he didn't say anything. He admitted that it's a public.
You cannot go in that building. That building is not public.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh my God! In
Hold
what country?
on.
Are we still in America?
Hold on.
It's publicly owned. When they ask you to leave, this is a secured
Oh, yeah,
facility.
so now it's publicly
We own it, but we can't go in it. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Just like you can't go in our building without permission.
Yes,
Why
we
can't I?
can. Since when?
You got a
You
front
can go
door.
in the lobby.
And that's what
that's the lobby.
That's exactly where we're going.
Have you lost your
There
mind?
is
That's the
no
lobby.
gate. Look in the window.
You don't have a
There's no
gate in your office either.
Yes,
You got
we do.
doors. You're
Yes,
not
we do.
outside.
It's a door. It's a secure
You're
door.
irrational. You said this is
Okay.
so. This is not a
No.
lobby. So is
This
this
is
not a
lobby.
corridor?
This is
Is
a
this
corridor.
not a corridor and a lobby and an auditorium is all the same thing?
I think this frauditor is so dumb he actually forgot his frauding script. He's trying to quote Poster 7 at a military base. I'm sorry, but that's not going to work here.
Right.
Sitting in
Yeah,
You're being
exactly.
argumentative.
They have-
This is
they
not.
have
This
to
is a
update their
secure
academy
facility.
rules.
Just not
Okay,
anymore.
check this out. Check this out.
A person
Okay,
is not
okay.
allowed in this building.
Ma'am, lower your
You
voice.
have to leave. No, because you've been loud with me. Now it's my turn to talk.
I don't
This
have
is
to
a
listen to
secure
anything you say.
facility.
Hey, young lady,
Okay, well you have to
you have a
leave.
level of professionalism that you have to uphold.
Hey, stop.
Okay, well I was professional
No,
over there.
you stop.
I've asked you
No,
to
you
leave.
stop.
Professional.
Okay.
You're not honoring your oath.
She said that we're not allowed to go inside. She said it 12 times.
freedom
We
of the
can't go in
press.
this building because it's private, as she said.
Freedom of
So
the
there
press.
has
It's secured. It's,
Okay.
it's secured.
Absolutely. Isn't the door locked? Can I just open the door and go in?
I can't just walk
If it
inside.
was
So it's secure.
So that means you can't go in.
Okay,
we're not
so
inside.
we're not
It's not a
inside.
lobby.
We're outside. So we're already left if we're not inside.
No, you have to get off the property.
Also, now you're telling me that I have to get off of the entire property.
If you would listen to me the first time, I told you the property is at the road.
Why is it so hard to honor the oath you swore to protect? Freedom of the press. Publicly accessible areas.
This is
It's
not
okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna go to the public easement because there's no sidewalk. I can stand there all day, correct?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
So you might want to inform them that when they see us on the edge of the road on what they call their property, that we have every right to be so. Just like I have every right to be here, and you're telling me to leave unlawfully.
Is this private property or is this building just secure?
This building and property is secure.
Oh, now it's the building and the property.
No, I'm just asking private. I don't know. I get this
This is
security.
a-
This is law.
alright.
I understand that.
You do know they're lying, and he's a National Guard person too, right? He knows the fucking rules.
He like.
Obviously he does.
Yes, he
What?
does.
Hey, listen.
Obviously he does. not.
If they go look at the property manual, they would know it too. But
is this
apparently the
property?
security
That's what I'm
officer is
asking.
not here today. So that's what the problem is.
Okay, well,
None of these
I get
men
this
have the
security, like, I
authority
get
to
that
say
part, but it's
anything.
like,
That's the
it's just
security
private.
officer's
That's
job.
all.
That's not them.
You off their property.
What is it?
It's not their property.
listen,
That's what you don't
They asked you to
understand.
leave. They are in control of the property.
Okay, well I tell you
They
what,
are in
I'm gonna
control
show
of
you
the
my ID, and I'm a National Guardsman, and I'm not leaving the property because I have every right to do so.
Okay, it's time to shame this young man. Now, if anyone has ever taken any form of military training, be it ROTC, JROTC, who's ever enlisted in any form of the military, they would know, and they drill this into you, that regardless of in uniform or not, you represent that branch of the military. You need to hold yourself to a higher standard than the public. By you doing this, sir, if you're a National Guardsman, you're making them look bad. Not only are you making yourself look bad, but you're making the National Guard look bad. And I would think you should have some sort of respect for you and your fellow soldiers.
You're not in uniform, so no. You
Oh, also now you have to be in uniform.
Neither was
Who's
I
in
guy.
uniform?
I don't have authority me
There
to
you
tell
have
you to
it.
leave, but I'm not in uniform.
You just said you don't have the authority to leave, so why are you telling me to leave?
I don't have the authority to tell
They
you
can
to leave,
ask,
but
but
I'm
we don't
not
have to.
in
It's a
uniform.
personal
Don't twist
request.
my words.
Then you are
Don't
trespassing.
twist my
Don't
words.
leave. She's alright. Her eyes have changed colors. She's
Trespass on this property, so now.
So if you do not leave,
We're going to jail for
you're going to jail. Yes, you are.
trespass.
Yes, you are.
All right, so let's go. So this.
They ain't got to ask you to leave.
I get this is
This
secure.
is a secure
We're talking in
building
circles.
in
I get
progress.
it secure. Is this property private? That's all I want to know.
But why does the sign?
This property is owned by the federal government.
Who the federal government get their tax money from? Now
And
you
this
stuck.
property is
Now you
owned by the
stuck.
federal government.
So
Have
the
you ever
federal
been to
government
Washington,
buys
D.C.?
that's with our money that we
That's
can't
This
use.
is not owned by the federal government. This is owned by South Carolina State.
We're gonna
First
leave.
of all,
Okay, so
that's where
South
you're
Carolina
going.
We're gonna leave.
Right, which means
But-
South Carolina
but this is
owns
messed
this
up.
property,
Sir.
not the federal government. South
Fine.
Carolina.
They
There's a
want
difference.
me.
They want you
Well,
to
they're
leave,
fucking
so
wrong.
we're gonna go. All right.
And if you go around back and look at the fence, it clearly says restricted area beyond this point, which means anything that is secure that I can't freaking walk into is secure. So that means I can't go into
They
the
asked
building.
you to leave the property, you need to leave the property.
We're gonna file complaints on all of you.
They can't have, but this
You're not honoring
Okay.
their oath.
But this
They're not
property
honoring
isn't
their
private.
oath.
This is public property.
Scumbags.
It is not
All of
public
them.
property.
How
That's
is that
why.
public?
That's why it takes 2 years. That's why it takes 2 years
This
to
is
become
who
a
your guy
barber.
should be,
and
right
6
here,
months to
because
become
he
a
makes
officer,
this-
because
I
you
gotta
guys
leave
don't
the
shit.
property,
We're
then
leaving.
y'all.
Let's go.
All right, they just want you off the property, so let's go.
So I'm gonna be arrested because I'm
You're
not
not
in
gonna be
uniform.
arrested. We're just asking.
If I don't leave, I'm gonna be
Wait, she
arrested
said
for
we're
not
gonna be
being in
arrested.
uniform.
If y'all do not leave.
No,
But
no,
you
no.
see
So
how y'all
my
backtrack
question
each
is,
other? That shows that y'all have no authority here.
I'm
Y'all
military
just screaming
personnel.
demands that aren't true.
Thank you for your service.
if I don't leave this property, and I can show you that I'm military personnel, you're telling me I'm gonna be arrested
They
for
have
trespassing.
they have asked y'all to
They asked you to
leave.
leave.
They do not want you on their property.
I need to know someone's name in there.
Oh, yes,
Should
sir.
have got that earlier.
That's a lawsuit,
Throw
bro.
my phone out the car,
That's a
please.
lawsuit.
Oh, yeah,
All we're doing is asking
No,
you to leave.
we're gonna get this resolved.
Well, it seems like we've had enough of these idiots yelling that they have the right to be here, even though they don't. So let's see what happens when the supervisor shows up and corrects them in their misinformation.
Security officer, that's not their job.
I don't know why you guys are here. From my
We literally just want pictures of that there, the flags and the building because it's natural. We had no intention of going inside.
Okay, but then can you get your pictures?
We tried. So with that being said, I'm glad you said that. Why are they telling us that we have to
Well,
leave because it's private?
here-
Because
here-
it's private.
Here's what I'm being.
Because we can't photograph private property. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm being told. You're allowed to take photos from a public thoroughfare. Okay, this is, from what I'm being told, is private property. The representative of the property has asked you to leave. So
How is it private?
I'm asking you to take your pictures from the public thoroughfare out there next to the road. As long as you're not in the roadway, I can't do anything to it. All right, so I'm asking that you guys just go out to the road, do what you need to do, and we can all go about our business.
Can we get the name of the owner?
The owner is the state of South Carolina. It's
Oh, so
my
that means-
understanding the South Carolina National Guard.
So that means that it's public.
So I'm not going to stand here and dispute this.
No, I'm not asking for argument.
I just wanted clarity. That's fine. But just so you know, we have a very huge audience. Okay, we're not just some random guys with cameras. A lot of people are going to see this, and you guys are going to be very sad tomorrow about not making the right decision. This one?
No, they're not. They're not going to be sad. They did the right thing. They enforced the law. They upheld the law. And they protected that National Guard Armory. We're going to end the video here. This group of idiots were kicked off the property, and they were allowed to take their photos on the public thoroughfare, but yet they didn't get their goal. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And I want to issue a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without you guys' continuous support and words of encouragement, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart.